How does it even play out? Like
what does he drop the gun and realize what he did? Like, like that's crazy.
Does he just tuck it back?
Do you know how many shots he shot?
No, I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh my god!
If there's more than one, this guy should be locked up forever.
He's a 6-year-old.
I don't care. If he shot more than, if he shot one, it was like, oh my god, I know my mistake. But he found
it wasn't a mistake. Is the point?
It's premeditated, brother. This is first degree
for sure. But he's also 6.
Well, yes.
But if he
hold on, so that's okay for you. But a 6-year-old being like in whatever fucking crazy headspace
said, I want to kill my teacher. Shot it once. Oh my god, it's a mistake.
I want to kill my mom.
Kill my dad.
Kill my teacher.
If he put multiple shots up, he's insane.
But he's not insane if he put one shot up.
He's still insane, and he should be dealt with accordingly.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does dealt with accordingly mean?
Time out. Throw it again. No more iPad.
Dealt with accordingly means he has a chance to reintegrate into society at some point.
Yeah, what does that mean?
But how?
At what point,
bro? Yeah, how do you even? What do you mean? Integrate him? He's 6 years old.
He's not integrated.
Yeah. Fam, do you know how much life he would spend in jail and then come out and then he's supposed to be normal?
He's already not normal. He's blaming his teacher. He yanked his teacher.
No, he just doesn't understand what a gun is doing. I'm sure a lot of 6-year-olds would fucking shoot a gun if there was a gun available to be shot.
For sure.
Yep. They just don't understand what they're doing.
I think this kid understood what he's doing.
There's no way. He's 6.
The fact that he brought a gun to school to do something to a teacher that he had an issue, had a problem with.
If he understood what he was doing, then it's his fucking parents' fault.
Yes.
So, okay, sure. But
the parents will be held responsible as well.
Of course, but if you're saying that the nigga's gonna get reintegrated at some point because he shot a gun,
which means,
so we're gonna do put him back in class at private school?
Well, firstly, he's not. Firstly, he's going on a trip.
That's what I'm saying.
He's on a trip for sure.
He's gonna sit down for a little bit.
He's definitely going on a trip.
Like
a very spicy timeout.
Like that man, I would not want my kids around that kid. Blaming up. Well, you have a disagreement.
But he's gonna have to be around kids at some point.
Yeah, you'll be in Gen Pop at the local juvie.
No, you're not putting the little.
You can't put a 6-year-old in juvie. There's no 6-year-old at juvie, fam. Don't you gotta be like 12 to be in juvie?
There has to be somewhere where
the nigga's 6, fam. The nigga was born in 2017.
I don't care. If you're rolling with that.
No, 2017 is fucked.
In 3 years of his life for COVID.
Come on, bro.
No. But if he's rolling with the machine, he deserves the consequences of rolling with the machine.
No,
he doesn't know what he's doing. He's 6 years old.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
What are the consequences, though?
The nigga plays Fortnite.
Same as a.
I'm not letting my 6-year-old play Fortnite.
Well, you're the fucking 1% of parents around the world. I'm sure most kids are playing Fortnite at 6 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he knew what he was doing because when he kills someone, they go.
Didn't you?
No, bro. He thought you get respawned.
You don't respawn. You die in Fortnite though. You're done.
Or maybe he thought, oh, not every shot is a kill shot.
Okay, well, I don't think that the kid has to suffer any consequences besides the fact that let me finish. Besides the fact that he's going to be taken from his family and ostracized and all that other shit already. So his family's he's losing his parents for sure. They're getting locked up. Yeah. So he's gonna grow up in the foster system, which to me is fucking consequence enough already, considering where he is already. Considering the fact that his parents already fucked him up to the point where he has the ability to take a gun to school and shoot a teacher. He's already fucked, obviously, in that facet. Now he's gonna be in the system, a fucking product of that shit, which is bullshit anyways. Like, we already know what goes on with foster children and how desolate that life is. So he's gonna have to deal with that. Outside of that, bro, I don't know what he's gonna have to. I don't know what an appropriate punishment is after that. Like, I feel like that's gonna be the gist of it, though. I feel like the rest of it, it's gonna be all bared out on his parents.
I agree with taking them away from the parents. I don't necessarily agree with foster.
How's it gonna go? Remember?
Yeah, someone entirely unassociated with the parents, but still somebody that is willing to be a guardian and is obviously goes through a test.
Foster.
But
yeah, because that's gonna take a while. Like, who would it?
In the in between time, this is what I believe is the actual healthy way to do this. Is you got to deal with this child with compassion. This kid is obviously all types of fucked up. Didn't choose this. Again, half of his fucking life was in COVID at this point. This is a fucking baby. He yanked the man off like it happens.
Okay, come on.
He blamed the teacher, bro.
Lock this kid up, bro.
No, I don't think lock him up. I think put him in therapy, fam. You need serious therapy.
He needs a lot of things, and he can do that behind bars.
Come on, bro. Are you for real?
Not behind bars,
he
but
could probably slide through the bars.
Not bars. Okay, not bars, but there has to be somewhere where they put kid.
Like an asylum or some shit?
Not asylum, but some type of hospital.
No, you want to know why? Because it'd be 2 niggas in there at any given time. It wouldn't make any sense to run this fucking spot.
No, but
How
it'd
often do 6-year-olds blame a teacher?
it's not just for 6-year-olds. It'll be from like 6 to 13.
No.
You go to
You're
junior.
gonna mix 6
fam.
and 13. Do you understand that?
It's gonna be like
yeah.
It's gonna be like recess. You know the kindergarten kids, those fucking savages that are in there, bro.
I don't know, but there has to be somewhere these kids go. Although I don't think this kid's
Recess.
100%
Lord of the
to blame.
Flies?
Oh, Lord of the Flies.
Unfortunately,
I
he
thought
did
you
it.
were recess with the kids.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the
recess.
nigga's 6.
I said, I think obviously not 100% to blame, but he does
What
have
percentage is he to blame?
Fam, that's like basically. Imagine you put Riley.
I was gonna say 25%. Still.
Imagine you put Riley in jail.
If he yanked the man, I don't think he should go to jail. But there has to be something because he can't be like
They don't even know what's going on, fam.
They're barely conscious yet, bro. They're just like learning about memories.
2017.
2017.
I'm sure you can remember a meal from 2017.
I have a cousin who's turning 6 this year, and of course, there's no need for this kid to be in jail. Jail is a stretch, but there has to be some sort of institution where
But
this
there's
kid
there's
needs
no
to go.
justification for opening an institution such as that because
There
nobody
has
would
to
be
be
in it.
There has to be in the States. Come on, there has to be.
How many kids would be in an
No.
institution like this? Especially if you're gonna have it in every state.
No, it's not every state.
Okay, so it's gonna be one institution.
Probably they're probably like 15
You know
institutions
what I
for the
think
country.
it's like? I
Come
think
on.
like the only thing that I could think that it would somewhat be like is like did you guys ever see that doc? And I'm sure they have them like
The teacher didn't die anyway, so he didn't. He didn't get a murder case. It's attempted, if anything. So
I think it would be like you know how they have those there was that one documentary about a Chicago school, and it's basically like for troubled youth, but like for like little kids, like up to like grade
Never saw it.
6.
Never
I don't know,
existed.
but yeah, it's just basically all these badass kids in one school.
That sounds like a disaster.
Yeah, that never works.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't have the answer to this because he's 6 years old. I don't know. I can't.
Harja, you're the
I can't
closest to
throw
being
my-
this
about a-
kid's peer.
How about
What
a
do you think?
different? How about a different point of view? Say, I'll ask Devo this. Say your kid was in the same school.
Would never. Oh,
Just say she was in the same school, right? And they decided to not take Eli's route and not put him in this institution, or whatever. But like, would you still feel comfortable if he went to the same school?
as my children?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Okay.
Crazy.
So what's your solution now?
You gotta send that little nigga somewhere, bro.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
You
where?
can't send him to jail.
So we're saying
there
that
has to be
we're
some
saying
sort
no
of psychological
you have
place
to
for
s-
these kids to go.
We're saying
That's what
no.
That's what I
You gotta
said.
go to-
there.
But like
therapy.
24/7 therapy.
You gotta go to therapy and just, I guess,
This is not like a once a week-
a
this is-
one-on-one tutor.
this
and
is-
then slowly integrate him into.
This is
fucking
no, but when I mean
your
like
life.
therapy, like this is like there's a place that people like you go to therapy, not like a
How many
one-on-one.
people like him exist, fam?
There has to be at least 10,000 in the States.
This is the first time hearing of this shit.
The last time I heard of something like this was a little.
The
like
kid
a
blamed his
big-
mom over the freaking
The Xbox.
yeah.
That kid drinks Mountain Dew. You already know about those
Yo,
types.
like
bro.
kids are unruly. Out of a population of 300 million, and maybe
Nah,
let's
like-
say 70
Bro.
million are kids, I'm sure there's at least 5,000 out
But
there.
yo, how are you gonna punish the kid? That's the thing. It's not about punishment. It's about rehabilitation. This kid did not know what the fuck is going
exactly,
on.
and that's what they do in this institution.
Fam, he's like literally 1 or 2 years past the fucking Y stage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like in this institution,
This guy's
You have a-
why?
you have a teacher, you have someone to help you speak through your trauma.
He started encoding memories during COVID. That's
Bro.
his first memory started. In
I
COVID.
just know that he just can't just go back to living his life in the next
I
1 year,
think
2 years.
the only
So he has to go to this
solution
institution.
would be, yeah, I guess just send him to therapy and just
24/7
one-on-one
therapy,
teaching.
Yeah, like a
one-on-one
live-in.
teaching with that guy.
It's like when people
No,
go
but
to
he
like
lives in.
yeah, in the therapy. Yes.
Yes, yeah, but like
Bro,
no,
have we ever considered that part of the issue might be the fact that he is not socialized in the way that fucking kids should be socialized? Because he grew up during COVID?
Pull
but
it
a lot
on
of
even
kids did
more.
that though.
Of course, but obviously this kid is having a particular issue. And so if we're going to exacerbate the issue by one-on-one teaching and isolating himself even further from other kids, desensitizing him further from
No,
other
he'll
people.
put the other kids in his living therapy.
They're all other fucked up kids.
Live in therapy.
The 10,000 kids that you prophesize exist that
Five to 10,000.
shoot up people at the age of 6.
Not just shoot, but stab, attack.
Even worse.
But they're people.
There's a level of removal when you shoot a gun. When you're stabbing somebody, it's completely different.
Yeah, that's a very personal attack.
And I'm sure there's youth stabbing up their parents in England. They don't have guns like that. That's what I'm saying.
Chefin' man's.
I'm just saying there has to be a place for this.
Oi, Dad,
After
you're a
certain
fucking
age,
cunt.
in the UK it's 10.
I don't think no.
And then you go to
stab
juvie.
anybody, bro.
I don't think little kids are stabbing nobody.
They're not stabbing
Yeah.
nobody. Because they don't even have enough force
I'm sure there
to,
is
like,
a kid that stabbed somebody.
They don't have enough force like that to even, puncture skin. 6-year-old kid? I'd be like,
Yo, Raleigh, hop on the pot. Give Raleigh a shake. See what he does. Just go crazy. Stab Devo. He says you can't penetrate his skin. I promise you, if kid wants to stab you, he'll stab you.
Yeah, if it's a little kid, like, can they? Yeah. Are they gonna stab me to death? No way.
Probably not.
Can they stab me? For sure. But I'm not talking about Riley here because Riley would never stab me. But a little kid stab me, I'm kicking that nigga's head off.
I was about to say if you get stabbed to death by a 6-year-old, it might be on you still.
That's a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Yeah, you deserve that one still.
I was gonna say I do agree with Izzy saying that you can't put them in the same institution as all these other fucking fucked up kids.
I don't know what show it was, but like it shows up in like sparkling dazzling
Fucking
lights.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
SpongeBob for sure.
You can't rehabilitate a kid around other fucked up kids. But that
Right
means,
now,
but
he's not in
that
the
means-
rehabilitation
But that
stage.
means we have to take the risk of putting them back in a space where the normal kids are.
I feel like,
so there's a risk there
he
too.
just caught a body.
No, she
You
didn't die.
can't
She didn't
put
die.
him
She didn't
around-
die.
Okay.
My thing is, she do.
He upped the blower though.
Yes.
You can't put him around.
He upped it. He upped
kids.
it.
He
So
upped
this is what I'm saying. He'll go to the institution for a year, therapy for a year. The next year, he lives at this institution, but he goes to a school by the institution. But this school obviously has security and everything, so he can't have access to weapon.
Okay,
Imagine
what?
security for a fucking school full of 6-year-olds.
No. The school doesn't have security, but he has security at his institution.
Like a private escort? Like they just walk around with them?
No, don't walk around. Like it's like imagine it's like a hotel for kids. They just have therapy and security.
Okay, I think this next
This is
question
so
is a little
wild.
tough and it's probably very, very in depth, and like we'll probably talk about it like to the surface. But like, how do you go about rehabilitating somebody who grew up in isolation? So like you have COVID time, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years he spent at home, and then he does something like this, and then boom, he's back to being isolated, doing one-on-ones with somebody who's trying to help him. Keep in mind he's only 6 years old, doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
For sure.
So I guess we have to get very in depth to really discuss this. But like on the surface level, do you really think that's a solution that would work?
I don't think complete isolation will work at all. I think it would
not
work against
complete
it.
isolation. I think
can't.
temporarily.
That's what I'm saying, for a year.
Yeah.
A year is not temporary to a
A
6-year-old.
year is a lot of time.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
A year completely isolated
bro,
is
that's
crazy.
fucking nuts.
You might as well just
You do the crime? I don't know.
fam. You might as well just throw him in
It was his mom's
fucking-
gun. It was his mom's gun he stole.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Maybe it's not isolation as like
because 1
23
year,
and 1, but like
1 year when you're going from
at
6
this
to 7, that's like
institution.
17%. And then we got to factor in that the nigga's not even a real human until he's like 3 or 4. So then that's like what 25% of your life, 33% of your life in isolation. That's insane. That's a huge amount of development at that point.
Fam,
Well,
that's crazy. I'm thinking.
so what do you suggest?
I already said what I suggested, man. Nigga, like you got to put the nigga in therapy for sure.
That's where he's going to be in the
Therapy, I would
institution.
think-
But I'm not saying isolation though. You're saying isolation. You're saying a year of isolation.
No, a year of therapy.
You just said a year of isolation, bro.
He says it in the, but you see,
In
this
the
is where
institution.
he's trying to scam you. It's the hand wave institution
It's the-
that exists.
He's not alone
with
in
the
this
other fucked
institution.
up kids.
They don't have to be fucked up to kids. Is this kid fucked up?
But this is
I'm
what we're
asking
saying.
you, is this kid fucked up?
I don't think
He's
the kid
playing
is, okay,
semantics.
no,
So
actually,
the
yes, the
kid-
kid is fucked up, and the reason why he's fucked up is because his parents are shit, and so he did something that's extremely shitty. But even before he,
So
did
is the
something
kid
that's
fucked
shitty,
up, or did he just do something that was shitty?
It could be both.
Okay.
I don't know the kid.
I don't.
so
I don't
can't
think.
tell
I don't
you
think
that
this is
the
a
kid
bad
fucked
kid
up.
by any means, and
I
that's why
don't
the
know.
institution helps him.
Maybe, but if he's around a bunch of other bad breed kids that have been neglected by their parents, then they might be fucked up. It's very well that they're fucked
You just
up.
explained the whole issue wrong with the jail system in America.
No, I know that, but I'm saying these are children.
None of us agree with the prison system, bro.
I know.
At least when you're an adult,
You're
you
the
have
only
your
one
own
fighting for
autonomy.
anything
Only
similar
fighting
to that.
to send him to jail.
I don't
Right,
know.
like, what
It's
are we
not
talking
jail. I don't
about?
want to send him to jail. Maybe
told the-
maybe with the bars, I said a bad.
You said lock him up,
Doing a
reintegrate him
whole lot of
later
walking
on.
it back is what
Yes,
you're doing.
I did. I did brand it wrong. What I would like is a rehabilitation. And I said, if that's therapy, if that's
I would say,
he has to go to school.
yeah. So
I don't
I would
think
say,
homeschooling's helping.
I think one-on-one teaching and therapy.
Where's he gonna live? That's what I'm
It
saying.
can't be
And
one-on-one,
then,
bro.
and then, but
teaching
at the
is
end
what
of the
it is.
day, he goes back or whatever time,
To
whether,
where?
whether it be like half day, and then he goes back to like a foster home, and he has to be supervised.
That's basically what my idea is.
No.
Like,
Minus
you know,
the foster
not.
home.
No, okay,
Minus the
look,
foster
look,
home.
look. So look at it like this. You know,
That's the
kids.
only thing. That's the only thing we're stuck on: the institution versus
Yo.
foster home. Because everything else we agree on. The boy needs help.
I don't know about foster home. I don't like the idea of foster home. I like the idea of them, like this kid not being around his parents. Just find a solution around that. I don't know. But
See, but that's where it falls apart.
Exactly.
yeah,
So
I
we're
know.
just talking abstract. If we're talking about an actual solution, it has to be a foster home, because if it's people associated with his family, who knows what these people are doing?
They
if
might
they're
all be part of the
letting
He's
same
not
him-
going to
right.
family care. There's no
Right.
way.
And so,
Yeah.
and then if we're waiting on him to be adopted, then again, the foster system is already backed up as it is. So it's
Yeah.
like you're going to be in the foster system.
Okay, so foster system, I'm okay with this then.
I don't think.
But I think, like, let's say daily, this kid still goes to school, different school, because obviously the school's an issue. Different school. Relocate this kid, put him in an entirely different environment, right?
If you're going to a different school and these kids find out,
you need to let it's like a sexual
that's
offender.
a-
You have to let
that's a
you have
whole
to let
other
them know
issue.
that this kid is who he is.
Exactly.
I was gonna say.
So
The only thing
Yeah,
that's
you
running
do.
through my mind is like,
I don't want to know that my child is
you
around
can tell
a
the
6-year-old
parents.
murderer.
You can tell the parents, not the other fucking kids though.
I'm imagining a scenario.
Probably tell the kids.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining
yo,
a
yeah.
scenario where it's like when couples go to visit like a new home or something, like a home they're gonna buy, and the real estate agent has to disclose that there's been a murder.
Exactly.
No,
So
I
they're, like,
disagree,
walking
bro.
up and
To
then,
give this kid
oh,
a
the
fair
kid
chance.
is-
You don't got to tell
he's-
nobody nothing.
The
Yeah.
kid is so cute. He's so cute. And then
Fam.
the guy.
Knock
kid is
on
not
wood.
gonna get a fair
Knock
chance.
on
I have
wood.
to let
That
you
kid
know.
does something again, and I found out it's the same nigga that was lighting up the bitch 3 years ago.
I get
I'd be
it.
livid.
I get it, but the
I'm like,
kid's never
how
gonna
did we
have a
let
fair
this kid
chance
get
otherwise. He's
He
never gonna have
can't
a fair
keep getting
chance
away with
otherwise.
this.
and then he's 9 now, so he's still not. He's gonna go back to the same system again. Like, I don't know.
He's never gonna have a fair chance otherwise, though. You can't.
I don't
fucking-
see- I think-
I agree with
No
Izzy on
shade.
this.
I think is
No shade.
I think we lost him because I don't think
No,
there's. I don't think
fam.
there's.
Six.
I don't think there's a good solution.
There's clear solutions. You're just scared.
I don't.
I
Yes,
get
I'm
it. You're
terrified.
scared. I get it.
I don't think there's a good
I'm scared too
solution.
if I'm a parent, but I'm just saying the kid's never gonna get a fair shake if niggas don't fucking if niggas disclose what happened. Because then people are gonna pull their kids out of that district or out of that class, or make sure that there's all types of shit that's gonna happen as a domino effect.
The way I look at it is like this. Look, this kid's gonna be in elementary school still, obviously. Like it just fucking
grade
starting
one.
out. Yeah, just starting grade one.
Yeah,
You know
literally
what I'm
just starting elementary school. The nigga's in his like fucking.
saying? He got his first
30th
homework
day
and
of
said,
school.
"Nah."
Yo, this is like right after winter break too.
Yeah.
You should be the happiest you ever were.
Nigga just finished taking naps middle of the day, bro.
Should be, but his
he was
Kristen's
just doing
probably
it in school
shit.
But
last
look,
year.
yo, you know how like you guys remember in elementary school when there was a kid with special needs, they had like a handler, like a specific adult that was meant to supervise them, take care of them, like handle them, like make sure that those kids are good. I think that's all you require, because I think if you
walk around with a police officer,
not a police officer, fam, just another like
You
a
just gotta check his
Just like
bag.
one of those like
therapist.
people that work at the spirit room or
Yeah.
like
Like a Miss Adams.
yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
if anybody taking that job.
Yeah, it's like
before you,
these kids are these
Okay.
people are trained on how
I'm-
to
I'm
deal with
with you on
kids
that
that
one.
are
I'm
like
with
have
you.
specific types of needs. You know what I'm saying? So like
but he's
that,
like a 24/7 handler though.
brother. I'm talking about specifically in the school right now.
Because like, what if his foster parents cheese him?
You ready to go to school?
He's gonna have he
Just
has
go ahead and
therapy
Put your hands on the
daily.
wall for me real quick.
But the problem is that he was in a home that he had access to these weapons. If he didn't have access, then he wouldn't be able to do anything.
For sure.
That's the thing.
So
Take
that's
away the
part of
access.
the- a huge part of the
he's
issue.
good.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys heard me, but he took his mom's gun
Right. Yeah.
and didn't
exactly.
say where it was, but he took his mom's gun.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so the fact his mom probably had the gun like on the dining room table.
Yeah, that he had easy access to it,
He's
loaded
6.
already, like
He's 6.
safety off. Like
He doesn't know how to do any of that shit.
no,
So
no
it's
saying.
way, no way.
He just went. It actually shot somebody,
Yeah.
and it was one shot, by the way. So now that puts my heart at ease a bit more.
it would be a little different if he did like
That's what
empty
I'm
the
saying.
clip.
If he shot multiple shots, the guy's insane.
If he 50 cented her, just went pop,
Yeah,
pop,
if
pop,
you
pop, pop,
unloaded
pop.
the clip,
That's what I'm
do
saying.
him like they did that nigga Ollie in Game of Thrones.